Grinding. Wih, double. Cakep.
Biasanya kayak pakai apa aja gitu? Iya. Sendiri dong.
Ir. Nice. Bakal jadi rekor ya. Wah, 20 hiu. Kayaknya rekor.
of this video. Press like if you didn't get any useful video. Press dislike. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.
Puta, please, Yoko.
Imagine if you had infinite potential to change the world around you. As the role of accountants evolves, you have the power to make an impact. Join us to be inspired by world-class speakers. Discover how to create, define, measure, and sustain value over the long term, prioritize a sustainability mindset, and revolutionize operating models. Potential Unlimited. CPA Virtual Congress 2022.
Your poor performance. These are all symptoms of driving my car. Just kidding. But they are also symptoms of a broken GPU cooler. And we're going to show you guys the red-green way to fix it. HP's new Omen X lineup comes equipped with Intel's 7th generation Core i7 processor. Check it out at the link in the video description. We'll be attempting to fix broken fans on both a rear exhaust blower style GPU and an open cooler style GPU, with our samples being this GTX Titan X and this Asus GTX 1070. Both of them are actually working just fine, by the way. If you've ever tried to do something like this, you've probably noticed that replacement parts for video card coolers pretty much aren't a thing, even for extremely common ones, like NVIDIA's reference heatsink. So we're going to take a basic, off-the-shelf, reasonably high static pressure fan and examine how close we can get to the original one's performance. But first, a disclaimer. Doing basically anything we're about to show you will void the warranty of your GPU. You pull out one of these, you'll basically die. This guy is really intended to the graphics card that's a couple years old now, but it's still performing well enough that you don't want to upgrade yet. If you still have an active warranty, get the manufacturer to fix it for you. Yeah. Okay then, with that out of the way, the exact tools that you need for this job depend a little bit on what kind of GPU you have. Some of them can be fully disassembled with a small Phillips head screwdriver, while others will require a full iFixit kit or so on. We also recommend, though, having a magnetic parts tray, some simple compound, some compressed air, a couple of zip ties. Yes, this would be one of those kinds of guys, as well as, I don't know, maybe some duct tape, fan speed controller, and some hot glue. Yeah, it's definitely one of those kinds of guys. Let's start by getting some initial readings. First, we want to know just how much of a difference it actually makes when your GPU fan stops spinning. So, just need to taper up like that, and then the real show begins. And in a huge surprise to no one, with no airflow, the performance of these cards absolutely tanked. The Titan X went from a silky smooth 135 to a cinematic of 25, and at a core clock of 400 megahertz is basically unusable. while the non-reference design 1070 may fare a little better, even in our future scenario of simulating the death of all three fans at once. It throttled to 1 gigahertz and about 90 FPS after a half an hour, a testament to both the efficiency of the cell and the clear value of this larger heat sink. Though with that said, it's obviously still unacceptable performance, so it's time to fix it up. Start by removing the shroud. Generally speaking, a policy of remove any screws that look related and take lots of pictures while you go is a pretty safe bet here. From here, you'll need to unplug any lighting and power leads, remove the fans with a bit more unscrewing, 5.30, then more quick than I thought. And boom! You got yourself a bare heatsink. We're going to secure our new fans with some zip ties, right? Making sure, of course, to use recent ones so that they don't melt under a high load or get brittle and break over time. This will look a lot better than I thought. This really wasn't quite going to happen right this one. Next, we need to power our fans. It's pretty good, hey? Normally, the easiest way is to run the cables to your motherboard or to a fan controller. Just like that. Now, you could reuse the original fan header on your graphics card, which would allow you software control in your GPU overclocking dashboard. But it should be noted that some GPU fans are very, very power efficient, and the header might not be designed for something power hungry. So there is a chance that you could draw too much from it. As for the Titan X, we've actually thoroughly covered the pain in the butt disassembly process for this guy here, so we won't go into too much detail now, but what we didn't show last time was how to remove the screws holding the fan in and extract the fan with a little bit of muscle and some help from a heat gun. Okay then, now that the fan is out, we can put the shroud back together and then attach the fans using the same technique that we did last time. One thing that I would suggest kind of adding to the technique from the previous card though is some means of sealing around your fan. So we've got a couple different options for that. Hot glue would be one, maybe some kind of a double-sided, like a foam tape. But we're going to go with good old-fashioned duct tape. Not bad, eh? The cost ended up with a mixed bag. So the Asus 1070 actually exceeded even my fairly optimistic expectations. We ended up boosting to 2,038 megahertz, giving us an extra 5 frames per second in brightness versus the original 3 fans, and we reached a maximum of 58 degrees Celsius. So, honestly, especially considering that we didn't even have to take off and replace thermal compounds with using, I can't think of a good reason not to do this to any GPU that you can easily take the shroud off. This frickin' rocks. As for our other card, that one was a little disappointing, especially given that this is a mod that I have personally performed in the past. We ended up reaching a maximum of 91 degrees Celsius and only about 600 megahertz on the GPU. To be clear, that's better than no airflow at all, but if you're running a very high power GPU, you are either going to have to get a little bit more creative about your cooling, perhaps removing the shroud altogether and, attaching the fan directly to the fins would help, or using a much, much more powerful fan, or you are just going to have to take it on the chin and order a full cooler off of eBay. If you know iFixit, you know they really like taking stuff apart and teaching people how to fix things. They're constantly posting teardowns and repair videos from popular devices like the Galaxy S8, the iPhone, and the Nintendo Switch, and they're leading the charge in electronics repair. Whether you're looking for a hard to find adhesive seal to put something back together, or a weird bit for your screwdriver so you can take something apart, iFixit has probably got it. And their iconic black and blue toolkit, the ProTech toolkit, is now only $60. You just throw it in your bag and you are ready to fix pretty much anything. It's got suction cups, it's got prying tools so you don't scratch stuff if you're trying to take it apart. It's got ESP safe freezers. It's got tons of hard to find screwdriver bits like pry wings and security torxes. And the best part is that it's backed by iFixit's lifetime warranty. So check out the 25,000 free repair guides over at iFixit.com and then buy yourself a ProTech toolkit for just $50 so you can start repairing your own devices. So thanks for watching, guys. If you disliked this video, you can hit that button, but if you liked it, hit the like button, get subscribed. You can consider checking out our device stuff that's featured at the link in the video description. Also down there is our merch store, which has cool shirts like this one, as well as our community forum, which you should play.
Okay, everybody, it's Thursday. Yes. The day after Wednesday, and of course it's Thursday, so we should have our Wednesday crypto roundtable. We had to publish it today, I think, so there's no easy way to pay it. This is one serious. There's a little air traffic issue going on here on the show, but Vinny Lemon and Sunny Madra, Sambil, are back. Break down all the biggest news in crypto.
And actually, the biggest developments in compute power, we talk about super powerful graphics cards, Vinny's new GPU, and how all that compute power is going to change art, gaming, even NFT creation, just like AI, geeky stuff.
VR, all of that. These new cards are breaking down. And of course, we get into the big news now. After Bloomberg is reporting, the SEC is probing the Bored Ape maker Yuga Labs over, we think, our NFTs and the ApeCoin securities. It is a vibrant, detailed debate on what should happen in terms of crypto regulation from this point forward.
I love this segment. It just is so fun. And then we talk briefly about Google making Coinbase its main crypto payments processor. It is yet another great show.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what happens with cloud computing plus crypto plus startups and the payment rails there. Could be very interesting. Like Molly said, this is going to be a great show, so I need you to stick with us.
Miniature but high-performance GTX 970 minis in late 2014, and the epic Radeon R9 Nano the following year, that these pint-sized pixel pushers became viable options for really high-performance mini PCs. And to know they fit an average size with me, and we'll cover both configurations. A way into the are both made setups: 3 DisplayPort 1.4 ports, 1 HDMI 2.0B port, and 1 dual-link DVI port. And this is actually kind of cool, I guess. It received a little bump of 26 megahertz in terms of clock speed as well. Although, as you probably know, your mileage may vary here due to GPU Boost 3.0, which will automatically apply minor overclocks to your card based on spare overhead in terms of thermals and power, or throttle it down as needed. When I benchmarked the card against an EVGA Superclock 1080 and an NVIDIA Founders Edition 1080, I found that it performed pretty much right as expected. Slightly better than the Founders Edition, slightly...
Bro. Lu tau nggak Lesti Bilar itu apa sih anjing? Kok viral banget ya tadi? Iya, kadang kita gitu dulu, tapi si yang ceweknya tuh nyanyi nggak jelas, orang gila.
Konten prank ya?
Nggak ngerti cowok. Pokoknya tuh kayak pasangan alay ya kan. Ceweknya juga mukanya Bekasi anjing. bukan cewek-cewek yang kayak apa STL siapa namanya tuh, ada cakep mukanya anjing kayak bule.
Julia Estelle.
Bukan Julia Estelle, cuman di Tonight Show Linda Linda Lesaleh apa namanya,
Ini siapa? NG.
Ya kalau NG kan mukanya keren, impor anjing.
Oh, di sini bangsat. Lesti. Tampangnya kayak cabai-cabean racing ya, Ra?
Bukan. Bro, ini sedih banget bro. Boom ID anjing dibantai terus kayak anak kecil sama LGD dimain-main.
Oh iya,
Iya.
nama doang keren aja, Yopats.
Iya, namanya Yopas, besok ganti aja lah. Namanya ngentot jadi boceng anjing. Bocah cengos, goblok. Kasian yang ngedraft tuh siapa sih? Ini Musi ya, bukan kaptennya, bukan FBZ ya.
Tahu. Ya di mana-mana yang ngedraft kapten kali.
Enggak, cuman kan ada ini aneh. Ada coachnya kan.
Iya, dibantu coach.
Jangan netepin coachnya ya.
Nggak tahu ya. Oh, ini ngedraft. Tapi ngedraft tuh coach nggak 100% gitu loh. Karena kan gimana player juga. Ya kalau coach bagusnya hero ini nih, cuma kalau player nggak nyaman main hero itu gimana?
Labu Leba sama Eji tahun kemarin Virginius si Abed disuruh main Stone Spirit sampai selesai anjing. Iya, dipikir Stone Spirit mulu anjing sama Bulba anjing, kasihan banget. Bete nggak tuh anjing satu turnamen mainnya Stone Spirit. Anjing ada yang fucked up nih bro. Anjing banget, dulunya sniper support gak ada impact lagi. Gue ntar gue ngambil core juga lah, biarin aja. Apa gue support aja bu. Lu kalau mau meet aja bu, ambil ini bu, SF kayak. Anjing, gua dikit lagi jadi Herald 4.
Gua turun Herald 3.
Anjing ini apa selar? Anjing pakai selar si Kerry. Sedih banget aja.
Ya, lu lihat aja anjing tuh.
Iya, gua udah watch. Aduh, nggak bisa watch game. Butuh supply Dota Plus cu. Mau beli tapi rugi, gaben. Dikalahin.
Makanya macul.
Tadi cok, gue kan baca stream ya. Oji kan si Taiganya kan ini ya, nggak bisa ini ya, disconnect. Tombol reconnect-nya kagak ada nih. Jadi abandon aja.
Oh iya.
Iya.
Jadi nggak ini dong 4 lawan 5 dong.
Iya, aja sniper support apaan, Bo? Ini mah
Nggak ada. Iya, ada.
Gue jadi pengen sniper support mah. Oke, gue pakai ini aja lah, hero race. Anjing Kebonnya aja udah AFK, anjing udah males ya.
Ya, apa enaknya di desain juga nggak bisa ngedis.
Anjing item cuman trust di sopel anjing, udah males ini anjing.
Ayo, cok.
Oh udah. Coba gue liat Osan dulu.
Osan kalah anjing, bantai-bantai itu.
Iya anjing.
Anjing hoodnya bikin apa? Anjing. Loh, anjing.
Anjing.
Agak ada yang support anjing.
Anjing sayang banget Osan, daripada beli Falcon Blade mendingan lu beli Void Stone 2 gitu aja buat jadi ini
Anjing, ini apaan anjing? Ada musik puzzle bangsat.
Kalau cuma butuh mana mah mending beli Void Stone 2 ya, harganya lebih murah sih. Anjing draw-nya udah najis, draw-nya udah definisi najis anjing.
Bisa menang sih nih. Wah anjing, suara
Kalau
dia.
bisa cok, itu voidnya tuh lu lihat tuh.
Menang itu warna di apa?
Bo, lu udah ngerjain itu, Bo? Musik puzzle, Bo?
Puzzle apa?
Puzzle yang di diving.
Kagak gua kerja. Wah, kan kalah aja sama dia. Wah, ada yang hilang.
Iya ya, hilang kan. Void udah dapet rosan.
Oh, kalah, warna kalah lagi di apa?
Rosan kalah cok. Bo, lu ngikutin Lesti Bilar nggak, Bo?
Ngapain anjing? Buang waktu buat anjing.
Kagak, anjing itu kok viral banget ya bangsat. Itu doang.
Prank, katanya prank ngentot.
Oh itu prank ternyata.
Enggak, maksudnya prank tuh kan si Lestinya ngelaporin nih ke kepolisian ya. Habis itu Lestinya sendiri yang minta damai anjing. Apa ya anjing?
Anjing orang-orang suami istri psikopat gitu lah anjing.
Ya, anjing. Ya kalau misalkan ngomongan tapi istrinya si Lesti Paris itu gua itu tuh status gitu katanya anjing. Kamu di sekolah anjing.
Ih gak jelas anjing. Capernya tuh online gitu cok, gak penting anjing. Orang lagi pada ngomongin ini
ya, kan, ya.
Lagi ngomongin kasihan banget Bung dibantai-bantai kayak Herald lawan Smurf anjing.
Anjing Herald. Kenapa jadi bom anjing, kagak ada urusan goblok.
Oh kagak ada urusan ya? Gue kira orang-orang pada ngomongin itu.
Kita doang anjing.
Kasihan banget cowok, gue nontonnya kayak pengen nangis cowok. Ya Allah sedih banget anjing. Definisi sedih cowok nonton.
Nyelamatan kebilang ada Osan.
Ya kita cuma bertiga cok. Sama Uje, udah main aja lah.
Osan udah beres belum?
Belum.
Oh lu mau main? Belum.
Ya sama Osan sekalian.
Oh lu mau main juga kok?
Ya kalau apa? Kalau kalau min 1, kalau misalnya nggak min 1
Mampus anjing. Voida datang lagi raja terakhir. Kalau duel bisa menang sih.
Min 1 nggak?
Min 1. Kalau Osan yang mau main lagi ya.
Chat aja coba. Osan main nggak gitu?
Wah, kalah anjing. Di duel Voida.
Dibantai anjing.
Voida di duel anjing.
Gue tanya lu main lagi nggak? Salah gue ngechat Osan pakai lo anjing. Mana badai ulin deh itu
Dah anjing.
Badai main deh itu. Gitu. Kalau sama Uje juga kan J. Mana badai main deh.
Mana?
Kurang mah.
Sim kuring lah, sim kuring.
Sim kuring badai sim keliling.
Kalah.
Kalah nih.
Kalah.
Ini di Dota Plus sudah 100% anjing. LGD.
Oh
udah nih, Osan udah masuk.
Ayo.
Ayo. Ntar gue save dulu ya.
Ada si fakta. Pesan si fakta.
It's block. Gue segame doang nih, mau kelas gue jam 7.
Iya, sama gue juga. Mau mandi.
Sama gue juga nih. Mau
Mau
tidur.
kerja.
Mau tidur.
Gue mau kerja.
Yang gue tadi pusing banget bu, gara-gara udah apa sebelum nge-save nge-crash anjing.
Anjing.
Blok.
Segala pusing anjing ini gituan doang kok.
Lo pernah nge-crash nggak lo? Yang
Kagak.
Unreal Engine crash, bangsat anjing.
Lu gak usah pusing. Yang pusing tuh yang pusing tuh boom anjing. Sedih anjing. Udah jauh-jauh, udah dibangga-bangga anjing. Fuck,
Tapi gak tau sih standing start yang terakhir gimana ya? Kan malam ini terakhir kan. Kemarin sih standingnya sih naik tingkat, boom.
Iya sih.
Emang belum pernah menang. Sedih amat ini belum pernah menang.
Gak pernah menang.
Kalah terus.
Anjing.
Seri paling maksimal seri.
Iya, padahal kemarin dia bagus kualifikasi ya. Mainnya cuma kualifikasi doang. Pas udah dibantai-bantai sama Queen Sniper tuh si Sonic. Itu drop anjing langsung mentalnya.
Coba. Wikipedia mana?
Wah bangsat, akhirnya masuk fall gua. Hari terakhir summer malah hujan anjing, nggak bisa nyari hiu.
Lah, hujan bisa aja. Mana sih grup stage? Nah. Kita lihat aja. Sport peringkat terakhir.
Apaan?
Anjing apaan itu anjing? Peringkat terakhir banget goblok.
Bumi Sport.
Salah juga sama anjing.
Iya kasihan anjing. Gua mah ngeliat boom gitu jadi boom ya, gua pengen nangis kayak akang yang main sama Mikoto tuh anjing.
Tapi
Morsi anjing.
Saya berarti perwakilan penyerang fanatik sama Hokori anjir.
Hokori bukan saya anjir.
Saya toh. Hokori saya
fanatik saya gitu.
Hokori orang Peru anjing.
Bukan dong. Amerika.
Orang Peru aja.
Iya.
Ini udah player ini. Gue fine ya.
Ntar lu ini shield bot kita pindahin dulu anjing. Mengganggu konsentrasi bangsat.
Lu offline midland. Dia lah dia cuma spesifik doang kan. Kayak nggak bisa, harus pakai roll. Gak usah pakai roll ya.
Nggak usah. Dah. Apaan sih anjing? Tolong banget dah.